Anxiety Supergirl here. Having quite the manic day. I found myself waking up really aggressive, really angry. Made coffee, took a shower, tried to keep things fairly quiet, tried to watch some things that I enjoy like Family Guy and American Dad. Still wasn't helping. Started bitching about various things around the house. Roommates, cleaning, you know how that goes. One negative thought led to another, started snowballing, added to my mood. Then I found me arguing with my husband over a fucking dish strainer. It really didn't matter. It needed to be sanitized. I was aggravated. I was just like, no, I'll fucking do it. But he was just like, no, I'll do it. I'll help you. This doesn't need to all be on you. And I kept fighting with him about it. And then I was just like, you know what? I had to step outside myself for a moment and just think, this really isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. This isn't worth this fight that it's causing. This isn't worth the damage I'm doing to my marriage. This isn't worth making somebody else angry. You know? So I kind of had to step back and I was just like, you know what? All right, I'll let you help me. I'll let you do this for me. And that right there, for me at least, is a big step. And sometimes you have to realize that it's little things like that that can help you. Or it might help you, rather. Because I'm a very petty person in the first place. I will pick fights about anything because anger is my very first emotion. It is the emotion that reacts to everything. I don't feel happiness first. With my BPD, anger is at the forefront. And it is very difficult for me to manage. It is very difficult for me to hand over the reins and let somebody else step in to help me. It is very hard for me to let go of control because growing up I really didn't have it. I never really had like this little cage around myself to protect myself. So I feel like now I have to have control over everything, otherwise my anxiety just goes through the fucking roof. And with anxiety comes anger. And with anger comes isolation. Because I start doing these horrible things and I let the bad side of my personality take over. I do things out of spite instead of using the good side of my brain to lead my way. And then comes the isolation, because then you realize the things that you've done and you kind of feel like, oh no, once you come to and you have the normal mindset again, that you have to repair all this damage that you've done. And you kind of have to take yourself out of that. And you kind of have to be like, no, you need to stop, like here, before this damage even gets done. Because see, I'm coping with my mental issues without medication. I am doing this, I'm trying to do this unmedicated. Because I've been on medications in the past. I was on Wellbutrin, I was on Adderall, I was on Neurontin at a very young age, younger age than I should have been taking these prescriptions. And I found it made me a zombie, and I didn't want to be that person. So I have been trying for the last 15 years to do this on my own, with therapy here and there. And it's been very difficult. It's been very difficult, and I feel like I might need to go back to therapy. I feel like it might help. But with how much has happened to me since the last time I was in therapy to now, it's like I don't really want to go through all that and rehash all of that, because I've been raped. I've been homeless. I lost a child. I got married. I had stepchildren. I lost very near and dear family members. There's a lot of things that have happened that I just don't feel like rehashing with a complete stranger. So that makes me angry. And I'm still searching for the thing that will help me. And today has been a moderate day. The fact that I was able to snap myself out of that madness that I had over a fucking dish strainer was a huge step. And you have to acknowledge what you may think is a little step as being a big step. Because for someone with bipolar disorder, that's a game changer. Giving yourself credit for stopping where you are, what you're doing, and acknowledging that what you're doing isn't healthy. It's a huge step. So I guess today's message is just don't be so hard on yourself and try to acknowledge your little triumphs that really aren't so little. Be kind to yourself, because if you won't, no one else will. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace from Lakeland, Florida. And have a happy and safe 4th of July if you are celebrating.